Good morning, children. Welcome to second semester. Today's subject is English Balabharati, Standard 7. Students, now we will turn towards unit number 3. From that, first poem, the name of the poem is Tartary. Students, let's see on page number 55. The poet has a dreamy quality. It's an imagination. You can see that image over here. A boy is shown, then musical instruments, animals, cart, then crown, bed. Okay, all of that things are shown in that picture. And here that boy, he is in a night suit. That means the boy isn't asleep. Tartary is nothing but a world of imagination. In that world, where this boy is as a king of this kingdom, means he is imagining that he is the king of that kingdom. The kingdom is made by himself and he is enjoying luxurious life. I am saying that luxurious because everything is available, whatever necessary for particular person's life, everything is available in that world, and so his life is luxurious. Through his dream, he is presenting whatever the luxurious things, and he have or about his luxurious life, even he wishes to do many things and he wishes to see many things. So children, now see the spelling of Tartary. Tartary. So how to pronounce Tartary? So the first R is silent. Okay. Tartary means an imaginative world in a dream. Children, this poem is written by Walter de la Mare. Walter de la Mare, who was an English poet, short story writer and novelist. He is probably best remembered for his work for children, for his poem The Listeners. He used to write imaginative poems. So now we will turn towards our poem. Let's see on page number 55 the first stanza. If I were Lord of Tartary, myself and me alone. Now here, who is that I? I means the boy who is shown in that picture. So the boy is telling us, if I were Lord of Tartary, means he is imagine that he is the Lord of that kingdom. The name of the kingdom is Tartary. Myself and me alone means now there not a single person with that boy. He is alone. My bed should be of ivory. Ivory, that is a precious metal. Expensive it is. It is expensive in international market. So his bed is made by ivory. Of beaten gold my throne. So beaten gold my throne. Throne means the bed. The throne which is on the bed, it is made by gold. And in my court should peacocks faunt. So in his court, that peacock is there and peacock is moving here and there proudly. And in my forest tigers haunt. Means there is a forest. There would be tigers in the forest and his pools would be full of big fishes. So in that forest, that pools like a swimming pool and the pool of water. So that is also full of fishes. That fishes are slanting. Slanting means they are swimming, moving here and there. Their fins earthward the sun. Earthward means what? Across, in a slanting direction. Means fishes are moving here and there in that pool. They are swimming, and because of that sunshine, that rays, sun rays, that water is shining, and even the fins of that fishes, they are shining. So that actually the poet want to tell you through this stanza that he is the ruler of that imaginative world of that Tartary, and he is having a bed of ivory and throne of gold. He compared that bed with ivory and throne with gold. Means in short, he wants to tell you that his life is very luxurious. He is having everything, whatever necessary for a pleasure life. His life is full of pleasure, full of happiness. And even he said that his court where the peacocks are playing here and there, means the court is full of peacock. And even he told you about that the forest where the tigers are there, means everything whatever necessary and whatever the gifted by the nature, everything he is having, and so his life is very luxurious. Students, now we will see the second stanza. If I were lord of Tartary, trumpeters every day to every meal would summon me, and in my courtyard bray, and in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine, while harps and flute and mandolin made music sweet and gay. So children, now through this second stanza, poet says that if he was the lord of Tartary, trumpeters would call him for every meal every day and blow their trumpets in his courtyard. So now trumpet, it is a musical instrument and which is played by the people. That people are known as trumpeters. So he used to tell you, he feel very proud that before every meal the trumpeters they blow or they play that music, and after that only he used to go for his meal. He says that they blows their trumpets in his courtyard. After that he used to tell you that in the evening, and in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine. So in the evening that yellow and red lamps would shine. So now here that lamps are compared with honey and wine. The colors are compared with honey and wine. So yellow resembles like honey and red as wine. So here the comparison with eatables. So honey and wine both are eatables. So color of honey is yellow. So here he explained lamp as yellow as honey, and wine, the color of lamp is red as wine. So eatables are used here. While harp and flute and mandolin. So harp, flute and mandolin, these are also musical instruments. So sweet and gay music would be played by these musical instruments like the harp, flute and mandolin. And he used to tell you that the whole atmosphere is become pleasure and happiness all over in the world, in his imaginative world. So children, in the first stanza, from the first stanza, the poet explain you about his palace, whatever the facilities are there in his world, he explained about it. In second stanza, he told you about his meal and the musical instruments. Now we will see what he wants to tell you from the third stanza. So let's see now third stanza. If I were lord of Tartary, I had wear a robe of beds, white and gold and green they had been, and clustered thick as seeds, and air should when the morning star. I had done my robe and scimitar, and zebras 7 should draw my car through Tartary's dark glades. So now from third stanza, he wants to tell you that he would wear a robe made of white, gold and green beads grouped closely together like seeds. So now he is explaining about his dressing style. So he used to wear that robe, and in that robe white, gold and green seeds are covered, or the design is made by that seeds. Before the morning star could disappear, he had wear his robe and carry his sword. Now here he is telling that in first two lines he told you how the robe is made. Now he is telling that before the morning star he used to wear that robe, and he used to take that scimitar, means a small sword. Okay, but sword is long one, okay, big one. Here the scimitar, it is a small one and which is curve in shape. Okay, so it is curve in shape and he used to put that in his robe. And zebras 7 should draw my car through Tartary's dark glades. So now generally we heard that cart is pulled by horses, but here it's unique that his cart is pulled by zebras. His carriage would be drawn by 7 zebras through the dark places in the forest of Tartary. So now see the next stanza. Lord of the fruits of Tartary, her river silver pale. Lord of the hills of Tartary, glen, thicket, wood and dale. Her flashing stars, her scented breeze, her tumbling lake like foamless seas, her birds delighting citron trees in every purple well. Children, now in the fourth stanza, poet explain that poet sees himself as the lord of all the fruits of Tartary. The imaginative world, it is fully covered with forest, and every kind of fruit is available in that forest. And now that poet is thinking that he himself is the lord of all the fruits of that forest, of her silver river. Means again he is thinking that the silver river is there. So river is compared with silver color. Actually the sun rays, it is merged, that rays are merged into the water, and so it is looking as a silver. Her hills, woods and valleys. So now here glen means what? Narrow valleys. Dale means valleys. That valleys are full of wood, thicket, flowers, fruits. Everywhere the greenery is there. Nature in Tartary is beautiful with shining stars, scented breeze, because every kind of fruit, flowers are available over there, and because of that scented breeze, that breeze, whatever the air is coming, it is coming with scent. Rippling lakes, there would be citron trees in every purple valley. Citron means the that produce a lemon or orange or sweet lime, like these fruits that is included in the citron. So the purple valley is fully covered with fruits, with smell, with scent, and it is attracted delighted birds. Children, like this poet explain about his imaginative world. So the world was known as Tartary. Now we will turn towards the English workshop. Let's see first question. Find the words that mean the following from the first stanza. Gold hammered into a flat thin shape. So its meaning is beaten gold. Second one is show off proudly, means flaunt. Third one, tilt, move at an angle, it means slant. Fourth one, across, especially in a slanting direction, it means earthward. Let's see second question. Find the names of exotic musical instruments and animals mentioned in the poem. So first we will see exotic musical instruments, that are trumpet, harp, flute and mandolin. And exotic animals, peacocks, tigers, great fishes and zebras. See question number 3. In the last stanza, there are 3-4 letter words that refer to a beautiful valleys. They are, so which are they? Glen, dale and well. Glen, glen, dale, dale and vale, well. All of these are the similar word of valley. See question number 4. From the poem, find 3 lines that use comparison. Now, when I explained that poem, that time only I told you that lines which explain comparison. So, comparison in between color, sound, image from the nature. So, you have to find out that lines and write down. Now, see question number 6. Complete the following phrases with the help of the poem. So now first one is music. So how was the music? Sweet and gay. River, silver pale, river. Breeze. So breeze was scented. Scented breeze. Lake. Trembling lake. Citron trees. That bird delighting citron trees. See question number 7. Write about the daily routine of the Lord of Tartary in 8 to 10 lines. So now whatever I explained, I am sure that you heard it very carefully. So whatever I explained about that poem or about the imagination of poet, you have to write down that in 8 to 10 lines. Now see question number 9, language study. So in this language study, that consonants. Consonance is repetition of one or more consonant sounds, especially at the end of the words. Consonance is usually pleasant to the ear. Some examples are given over here. Peter patter. Peter patter. So you can see at the end of the word R is repeated. Next example is river silver pale. Next one is the lint was sent with the tent. Here T is repeated. All's well that ends well. So now here double L is repeated. So now you have to find out at least 2 to 4 examples of consonants and note down in your grammar notebook. So whatever the question answers are I discussed with you now, that from the English workshop, that you have to write down in classwork notebook, and language study you have to write down in grammar notebook. Children, complete the given homework in your classwork notebook as well as in your grammar notebook. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.